Okay, boys and girls, so today you are going to be using this glue, and glue is always a little bit of a thing. It starts off like this, so you got your cap, and then to open it, you turn and turn and turn and turn and turn. Now sometimes you can turn and turn and turn and turn like you're opening it and the top starts to come off. You don't want to do that. You just open it enough so that it's like this. So here I'm turning it closed, and I can tell it's closed because it's got that little thing here. And then here it is open. Now we are going to be drawing with the glue today, and we don't want it pouring out. So to begin with, you open it all the way open, but then maybe just back it off just a hair just to try it out. Now the first thing we are trying to do is we're basically trying to accomplish drawing with glue, and we're doing one of Van Gogh's sunflower paintings. And so we're going to be starting off with the flowers. Now you'll see here that there's a couple of different ways that you can go about it. And I also have this picture here that shows how some different kids did their composition of their sunflowers. So including Vincent himself. So there you are. So let me just show you working with the glue. The biggest thing is that when you draw, sometimes the glue keeps pouring out and then you're like, ah! So just watch here. I'm going to start by doing some circles. Now when I'm finished this circle, you want to stop squeezing. So I'm squeezing to do the circle. If I keep squeezing, then I end up with this and I got this going on, and Lord knows what's going to happen. So you want it to be that when you're drawing, you're squeezing gently, and then when you stop, you just kind of make sure it's stopped, and then you lift up. So I'm just coming here and putting on a few circles. I'm not going to do any off to the sides because I want my sunflowers to look like they're kind of gathered here in the middle. So I've drawn my circles, and now I'm going to add my petals. The first petals I'm going to show you are the easy peasy ones. It's just almost like where you just kind of do a wavy line. Now if I start to run into one of my other circles, stop, lift up, and continue doing your wavy line going around. So I finished that one. Now I'm going to start here and wave. I'm going to quit here because I'm pretending that this flower is behind that one. So I'm not going to go and act like I'm overlapping them because that doesn't make any sense. So I'm just doing wavy, wavy, and wavy. And just like that, you're finished. If you want to, Van Gogh sometimes like to put a circle in the middle. So if you want to do that on some of your bigger ones, you can do that, but you don't have to. And then if you like, you can go ahead and add some leaves kind of coming out here. So you would have a leaf coming like here. So you would just kind of decide, where would it look nice to have a leaf? So maybe over here would be a nice place to have a leaf. You can put the vein coming down the middle. Now, when it comes time for your vase, we're going to pretend that the flowers are covering the top of the vase. So there's a couple different shapes. One can be like this, where you come out and in, kind of like a sideways rainbow. You're going to put a little smile on the bottom. And then Vincent van Gogh always had a vase that had kind of like a stripe going through the middle, which is kind of fun, and we'll do stuff with that next week. And then the last thing you have to do is to do your tabletop going in the background. You're not going to go all the way across. You're just going to do it on this side and on this side, and you're finished. Now, because I kind of knew what I was doing, that kind of went well, but let me show you what could happen if, okay, so this would be if I keep squeezing all the time. Do you see how if I keep squeezing when I try and draw the circles, how I'm dragging glue around? If you are dragging glue around, that means you are squeezing too hard and you're going too fast. Don't do that to yourself. You want it to be that you draw a circle. Oops, now I got it on here. Oh my goodness. You want it to be that you draw a circle, stop squeezing, lift it up, be done with him. Okay? So let's say one other route you could do. Let's say I just want to do 3 flowers. So I'm going to do a circle, stop squeezing, lift, circle, stop squeezing. Here we go. And you can do more traditional petals of flowers where you go out and back, where you're making a point. Now please notice that it's kind of fun when you do this, that if you don't have to lift up your glue bottle, that's kind of nice, because then you don't have to go through all the malarkey of waiting for it to stop. So you have some different ways today of drawing on your petals. Next week will be much more involved because next week we'll actually be coloring it in. All we're trying to accomplish today is getting your glue on there and then being done. Over here, I can do my vase again. This time I might do a vase that kind of comes in and out. Smile on the bottom. Oops, a little line, my table. And if you come back and go, seems a little weird that there's not, you can kind of pretend that there's a flower back behind there and add that in. You can come over here and add a leaf where you think maybe one should belong. Okay? We'll be here to help you. Last thing, when you go to bring this to dry, we want to keep it super flat. If you come and you start doing this kind of a thing, it could be that all your glue is going to go and run.